Okay. Distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the prevailing event of UNFCCC Global Innovation Hub, Sustainable Technological Solutions to Addressing Adverse Effects of Climate Change by the Artistic Way, which joined organized with UNIDO ITPU Shanghai. My name is Rita Wang. I'm the moderator of this prevailing event. I'm the Investment and Technology Promotion Officer, come from UNIDO ITPO Shanghai. First of all, I would like to express my sincere gratitude to UNFCCC Global Innovation Hub for the valuable chance and the great support. It's my honor to introduce those guests to you all. Ms. Xiaolei Zhao, Dean of ISID Institute of Shanghai Jiao Tong University, Head of ITPO Shanghai, and Mr. Toking Wang, Director of Alchemax International Construction Limited China, and Mr. Sofing Belkari, Asia Managing Director of Burton Technology Group Singapore, and Ms. Maxine Fu, Chairman of Shanghai UI Information Technology Company. Then, I would like to share the video to all the participants at the opening of this event. Please look at the event. For the next slides, please. For the next slides and play the video. Have you found the video? What uh well, you can find the video. Actually, I have the UDesk. You can find my presentation PPT in the UDesk too, instead of the downloading the presentation PPT. I have given you the UDesk. 我给他给了一个 U 盘，上面有。Sorry, without the UDesk, we cannot show the presentation. Sorry about it. So, at the First, now may I invite Ms. Shirley Zhao to the stage for the welcoming remark. Welcome.
Okay, because of the technical issue, and later we will show you the video we bring here, especially for COP28. So, esteemed guests, delegates, dear friends, good afternoon. I stand before you today with a profound sense of gratitude as we embarked on this pivotal journey to COP28. Our heartfelt thanks goes to UNFCCC GIH, Global Innovation Hub, for your invaluable support, including the provision of this pavilion that set the stage for this inspiring joint journey. Actually, later you will see a video. We bring it from Shanghai, China, because everybody knows Shanghai, China is the biggest economic city, and we are going towards a net zero future with the spirit of zero waste production and zero waste consumption. And we bring here have a 15-meter long pearl painting handmade from discarded materials from the clothing production. And this pearl painting is just one example illustrating that sustainable arts are not only an inspiration, but a tangible reality to which our uh, can or all of us can contribute. Art is around every corner of our work and life. Through art, we could complete an idea of a greener future anytime and anywhere. So I have honor today to share with you. We are to we are from Shanghai, China, our distinguished speakers, and who exactly is the winner of UNIDO Global Core 2022, a flagship of our annual event of UNIDO ITPO network aimed to mobilizing the private sector to combat climate change. We are proud to bring sustainable technology solutions addressing climate issues to today's event. So, where we have speakers from the private sector sharing the stories of their innovative climate resilient solutions, I sincerely hope that their stories will not end with this one off presentation, but will continue to inspire more private sector and players to join the fight against climate change and attract social tension through the artistic way. And in the same spirit of cooperation and shared prosperity and responsibility, let us use today's event to amplify the voices of those promoting inclusive and sustainable industry development. Together, we gather here to discuss a zero waste future. So I wish you a very pleasant and fruitful afternoon. Thank you. Thank you for your attention. And we are looking forward for the video, right? Okay, let's enjoy.
Thank you, Miss Shirley Zhao. Thanks for the nice speech. Okay, please play the video.
As China's largest economy with a
Please open the
population
voice.
of 24 million, Shanghai expects its carbon emissions to peak by 2030. Meanwhile, carbon emissions per unit of the city's GDP will drop by 70% compared to 2005. How will Shanghai achieve this goal? Work will be done in four major fields: energy sourcing, industry, transportation, and construction. The first step is developing renewable energy other than fossil fuels. Photovoltaic and wind power facilities are being installed, especially in coastal areas. By 2025, the percentage of coal in primary energy consumption will drop to 30%, and renewable energy is expected to account for 20%. Second, Shanghai regards the carbon shift as an opportunity to upgrade traditional facilities and to take the lead in growing green industries. The city also exports its new energy technology. Green transportation is the third key point. The number of new energy vehicles in Shanghai reached 945,000 by 2022, accounting for nearly 20% of all automobiles. Some 70 hydrogen refueling stations will be built. Energy saving buildings are an integral part of the city's low carbon revolution, too. By 2025, the energy saving renovation of 30 million square meters of existing buildings will be completed. To encourage a low carbon lifestyle, the city plans to promote carbon credits among its residents. When residents reduce carbon dioxide emissions, they will get credit points. The points can be traded in the carbon market or spent on e commerce platforms. Shanghai will continue to be a GDP powerhouse for China. Meanwhile, it is also aiming for high quality and sustainable development.
Okay, thank you. Thank you. After the video playing, actually, I have to see the storytelling is a one-time presentation, but the eco-friendly technological solutions could encourage more private sectors to think about climate change and attract more social attention by artistic way. It's my honor to introduce my first speaker, that's Toking Wang. That's
So you can all hear me? Let me check if oh, I need to show you a PowerPoint. Okay. Oh, okay. Good afternoon, everyone. Welcome. Thank you for inviting us to share for this presentation. I'm Tony Wang Tokei, coming from representing China State International Construction International. So I'll be talking about something about decarbonization in the construction industry. So I'll be talking about some background from my company, China State Construction International. Our green development, what we're pushing for, project O Part 2, while we use for the pilot project for carbon neutralization. So China State Construction International has been in the construction industry for over 40 years. We're working in different areas, including mainland China, Hong Kong, Macau, overseas projects, including Dubai here, India, US, Canada, and Portugal. Our main focus is mainly construction, but we are diversified into investment and asset operation. And newly, we are introducing technology into the construction industry. So China State itself has participated in a lot of DBO, environmental infrastructure. So some of our key projects, including O Part 2, which is the biggest organic waste to energy facility in Hong Kong. Our 240 MOD wastewater treatment plant, our TKO deceleration plant, which is the first reverse osmosis deceleration plant in Hong Kong, which will deliver 5% of the drinking water in Hong Kong. The latest project, which is the largest NEC4 contract ever awarded, is the Wentz extension, which is the largest and the final landfill project that will be happening in Hong Kong. So that would be over a 58-year span of project. So in the water industry, we have participated in construction of a facility that will deliver 20% of the Hong Kong water. Constructed over 70% of the infrastructure, including 300 kilometers of pipelines. For the wastewater industry, we have constructed a facility for over 70% that treats Hong Kong wastewater. For the organic waste, we will be handling 8% of the Hong Kong waste, around about 300 tons. For the final landfill, we are doing 50% of the Hong Kong waste to landfill. That will eventually go to 100%. So what are we doing for the green development for the construction industry? So the driving force for the company was figures issued by the International Energy Agency. We understand that 47% of the carbon emission comes from the construction industry, 27% coming from operation alone, 20% from the construction. So biggest culprit will be the rebars and the cement usage. In China, 5 billion tons of carbon emission comes from the construction industry, with 24% coming from cement and 29% coming from steel. In Hong Kong, the Action Group Plan also identified the carbon emission for the operation stage, around about 7% come from waste. So these are the figures that we, as a contractor and as the operator, are trying to address to reduce the carbon emission in the industry as a whole. So our transformation towards a low carbon economy includes carbon technology, using latest technology such as the MIC DFMA, to the carbon emission management, including the real-time management of the carbon emission, tracking those data. 3, the carbon financing, including the carbon trading as such. So one of our pilot projects that we've done was the O Part 2 project. It's the first pilot project that explore carbon neutrality during the construction. So I'll be looking at the design, the construction stage, and operation stage. So the background of O Part 2, it is a food waste to energy facility, envisaged as a design, build, and operate project, which we will take up as a green project. We will look at the design, the selection of material, and the construction technique to find the best solution to reduce the carbon emission. Even though the operation is already a negative carbon emission process, we will push for the anaerobic digestion, the CHP generation, and also the granulation facilities. This will try to turn the food waste into energy and also fertilizers for subsequent use. So the traditional framework for a design project is build, operate, and economic side. For this project, we have added an extra dimension for sustainability. So the carbon element will take into account, including the resource recovery and decarbonization. So part of the green design philosophy, we took was to use the DFMA, MIC technique, use of the heat reflective paint where possible, making use of natural sunlight where possible, and orientating the building to form wind corridors. And also extensive greening and landscaping was used. So by adopting this DFMA and MRC, we are able to save 80% of the wood consumed on site, 50% reduction of labor force, reduction of 60% construction noise, reduction of 60% construction waste. Also, a part of our revamping is the supply chain. So the traditional supply chain using the price and availability of stock, we will look for also the carbon footprint, certified green product, the recycled content, and the distance traveled to delivery to this product. So this will be a sustainable supply chain. On the O2 project, we have used 100% recycled rebars. We have used GGBS as a replacement for cement in the concrete. And also we have used the carbon capture utilization storage, the CCUS bricks, and also incorporation of the photovoltaic panels. In all, we were able to save around about 4.3 million tons of carbon emission from this. So we are especially proud that to be a pioneer of using this green material. But it is our vision that more of this standard is adopted by the client and requested by the clients themselves. This is our vision. So for the site electrification, also we've done a lot for the battery energy storage scheme, the BESS, adoption of large-scale solar panel, electrification of plant where possible, and also the finally adoption of the B5 biogas for the plant that we couldn't electrify. So that we saved around about 52,000 kilograms of carbon emission. So in total, we did an audit and we're saving around about 16% of carbon emission over the original and traditional method. This is from a partially implemented material method because it took us some time to convince the client of these new standard and new materials to be used. We believe that it is possible to save a further 29% or a total of 45% if we started the whole project from the start. So for the operation side, the resource recovery, we have 80% biogas recovery. Granulation reduces 90% of the time for the fertilizer to be made. Also adopting for the wastewater, the Anammox and the membrane system to reduce 60% power consumed and 70% water recharge. So the figures for the O Part 2, we are able to do 8% of the Hong Kong waste, around about 300 tons per day, generating 24 gigawatt hour of power, which is around about 5,000 households, and also annually reducing 67,000 tons of carbon emission. Also, as nowadays technology plays a part. We have adopted a lot of the new technology, including the IoT, AI, cloud technology. So we are one of the first developed with Hong Kong University of Science and Technology carbon assessment tool. We are also done a carbon neutral cloud platform. So what we use this for is actually have real-time carbon emission tracking. So we are able to quantify and also have these data authenticated separately by a third-party independent checker. This allow us to achieve to be the first batch of the core climate carbon trading on the Hong Kong Stock Exchange. And from that, we have got recognition from the industry as a whole. The Hong Kong Award for Environmental Excellence 2021, the Gold Award. Also from one of the 7 winners of the Global 2022 UNIDO Award. And also the UK ICE Brunel Award for 2023. In all, I want to consolidate this and conclude that inspiration for the sustainable transformation is threefold. Accelerating upgrade of the digital construction technology, improving the management of the sustainable supply chain, promote sustainable social value of innovation. I think what we've done for the O Part 2 pilot project was to demonstrate to the client what is possibly can be done in now stage. But we also want to push and also help the client to understand this is not just the beginning. We need to keep this up. So thank you.
Okay, a nice solution with nice output, very big and a perfect solution. Thank you, Mr. Daoki Wang. Okay, then now let's welcome Mr. Sofeng Valkyrie to share applicable solution case about medical waste management, Sterile Wave equipment, a revolutionary medical waste management for healthcare facilities in a post-pandemic era. Welcome.
Well, good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Sufyan Belkiri from Bertin Technologies in Singapore. And today we're going to discuss about a topic that has been super challenging the COVID, which is medical waste management around the world. So our solution is called Sterile Wave. It's not an incineration. It's not autoclave. It's not chemical. It's a brand new technology called microwave technology. So what about us in a nutshell? So Bertin Technologies, we are a French industrial group, mainly focused in defense security, space, life science, nuclear health physics, and of course, hospital waste management. So now let's go straight to the point. What are the challenges that we've been facing all around the world with infectious waste? According to the report from UNICEF and WHO in 2020, more than 70% of the hospital lack basic waste management in developing countries. So what does that mean? Poor waste management means spread of infections and diseases. And here is a very good example of what happened during COVID-19 in Hanoi, Manila, in the biggest city of Southeast Asia. The volume of infectious waste has been multiplied by 5. So how do you do if you have a very poor waste management in your city? If the incineration plant can't take all this waste, unfortunately, it's just dumped wherever you want. And today, ladies and gentlemen, if I ask you, how do we do with infectious waste? The first thing that will come in your mind is landfill. You just dispose it in a landfill, but it's bad for the environment, soil contamination, and so on. Second, you burn it. We all here at COP28 just to limit everything related with air pollution and so on. And finally is transportation of all this infectious waste from point A to point B. But as we can see, and it happened in Wuhan during the COVID-19, is all the trucks full of infectious waste is just cross-contamination. So today we have to discuss about innovative, compact on-site solution to treat those infectious waste within the hospital, like Sterile Wave. So Sterile Wave, again, is microwave technology based. So you place this equipment within the hospital, and within 30 minutes, you will be able to convert infectious waste to municipal waste. And as you can see, it's well adapted to any kind of hospital. So very small machines, 20 kilogram per hour, up to 180 kilogram per hour. So how does it work? Within 30 minutes, you press on a button, you shred all your infectious waste, sharps, needles, placenta, blood, whatever you want, and you convert it into municipal waste. So here are some example of infectious waste, because this is the question that always come back to me. Can you treat everything? Yes, all kind of infectious waste without prior segregation. Final waste look like, I don't know. You give a name to the final waste. For me, I call it pillows. It looks like a pillow at the end. So at the end, the final waste is totally dry, inert, and unrecognizable. You have volume reduction up to 85%, but as well weight reduction up to 25%. And the good thing with the final waste, you can recycle it, you can value it. Normally here there is a video presentation. I don't know, goes like this. I have to say a word. Nope. S'il vous plaît, please. No? All right. Are we going to display the video? There's a video. All right, no worry. Otherwise, you can just come on our website. It will be very good for our. No, I'm joking. I will share with you more details about how to reach us out as well on our website and so on. So, what are the environmental impact, which is very, very important? First of all, with this technology, it's a low energy consuming system. Plug and play solution, only requiring electricity. So as you can see, less than 15 kilowatt hour. You don't need any water. So you don't have this headache to treat the liquid effluent. You don't need water at all. Secondly, you can value this final waste. As I was saying, in some countries, they're very, very imaginative. In Thailand, they're using the final waste for pillows. I'm not sure if I will use the infectious waste treated for pillows, but this is what they do in Thailand. In Colombia, they're mixing it with plastic to do manholes, picnic tables, and so on. Regarding the CO2 emission, so in 2019, right before the COVID 19, the Kingdom of Cambodia was basically having this project, which was we have a lot of incineration plan in our country. We would like to shift from incineration to green technology like sterile wave. We've been replacing over 100 incineration all around Cambodia. And at the end, the Asian Development Bank and come and see us and check like, let's see the CO2 emission between incineration and your machine sterile wave. And as you can see, the study released to say that we have been reducing by 5 times the CO2 emissions in Cambodia thanks to our innovative solution. Finally, we've been a very strategic partner during COVID 19. So we've been supplying most of the hospital in Wuhan during the COVID 19 outbreak. But as well, we've been supplying many installation through United Nations, UNICEF, UNDP, Asian Development Bank, the World Bank, to provide to developing countries an effective solution to treat the infectious waste on site. So of course, we align with most of the SDGs from the United Nations. I will go quite fast on it. And as a conclusion, Table Wave today is more than 40 million kilograms of infectious waste treated worldwide, with more than 700 references. We have a significant presence in developing countries where it's hustle, basically, to treat this infectious waste when you don't have a proper road, trucks, incineration plan, and so on. And finally, it's a very well adapted solution for remote islands, mountains, high altitude, where sometimes you want to place it in a container if you want to move from one city to another, one island to another. This kind of technology, you can definitely use it for it. And as I promised you, that's the video. This is at the end. Okay, good luck, good job. So if I press, it should be working. It worked. And we have the music. It's a very nice music. It's the French anthem. Thank you. So here, as you can see, it's all the sharps, all the things that you have in the hospital. You can blood bank and so on, and you have something that looks like this: dry, inert, unrecognizable, volume reduction, weight reduction. You can store it, you can value it. Thank you very much for your attention. If you have any question, more than happy to answer it after. Thank you.
Thank you. Solve the tough problem with smart strategy, right? Thank you, Mr. Sofin Balkri. Thank you. Next, let's welcome Ms. Maxine Fu to share a flexible solution case about energy transportation. China practice enhance. Sorry. China practice enhance energy efficiency and reduce CO2 in basic industries with digital twins and industry artificial intelligence. Welcome.
Good afternoon, delegates. My name is Maxine Fu, came from Shanghai, China. And today my topic is the China practice to enhancing energy efficiency and carbon dioxide emission in basic industries with the digital twin and industrial AI technology. Okay, here's the topic. Yeah, as we know, actually, China itself contributes more than quarter of carbon dioxide emission, and it's still increasing. We are now reaching the top yet. Probably, hopefully, our goal is 2030 to get the peak. So this is like a very critical. China how play with it. I think they missed some pages over there. Hold on. Oh yeah. So 25%. What is inside? Actually, the China's carbon dioxide emission is very different from the European countries because for more of European countries is more from transportation and buildings. But for China, 70% of the emission comes from the energy power generation and the basic industries. You might don't know because China in 2022 we make we made 55% of the steel and 59% of the primary aluminum, and we consumed 54% of coal last year, which is more than half all over the whole world. So therefore, all of these basic industries, how it's going to reduce their energy and also to reduce the emission is very critical and actually is the biggest factor to make the emission reduced more so available and efficient. So now let's talk about how we deal with it. Yeah, through actually, if you might know, energy is by medium type. So, like we generally talk about electricity, but beyond that, we also have like a gas, steam, compressed air, uh, definitely uh, the water, and all of the power generation itself. So all of this consumption and power productions and can be modularized by the model. And all of the model and going to be make a modular solutions and apply into different industries. So because originally people were saying each industry got a very different solutions, but actually it's by different medium, it's very different. But when you use apply the first like a steam, and you're going to apply to the different industries as well. So we make modular solutions and apply to steel industry, aluminum, and coal-fired power plants, captive thermal power plants, also something like a industry park and a data center. And it's just make a combination and solution. How to build it? Actually, first we definitely need energy management know-how, and through like a Lean Six Sigma operation optimization methods. But we need to make it a modeling by advanced analytics and also by now we call it the deep learning, industrial AI, and then we need a data platform. It has industry Internet of Things, and it also have digital twins to do the data collection, data cleaning, and also to make a calculation and to give solutions. Yeah, this is the more critical page over here. And what is going to show people before it's a more like consumption is individual based by different control room. But then now you have the whole plant with real data, with all of the analytics constantly, with optimized operations when it's facing the choices or challenges. So like if you drive the car every day now has like the map, right? It's like the digital navigation and tell you where to go, how fast you're going to be, whether it's crowded or not, and how much the money you need to pay for the toll. This is very similar to the system, but it's for the industry and it's for the energy. So all of the energy types and by sensor, by IoT system and connected and centralized. And over you will see what's we call the balancing overview. So the most important for the system, it need to be first balanced and stable for the large industries. And you can have the supply and the demand balance, and then you will have what happened is say we said abnormal fluctuation sensing because it's also critical because if you drive on like a large very straightforward road, no car, very high speed, you don't have any actions to make a change, right? You just keep driving. Then, like, there's accident, and here is like become so crowded. You want to change the road, or you want to do different way of doing it. So to deal with abnormality, especially all of the waves and changes automatically and calculated by AI first, and tell the people how to do it is important. So root cause analysis is important and all of the solution is going to implement it by the modeling calculation and spread to the whole system instead of individual. So it's make the entire system become always hit the best solution, the balancing instead of only by a potential single solution itself. And then you will have also the dynamic, uh, how to say, analysis to track whether the solution is feasible or whether if you have done that, the result from the activity, you can definitely capture all of the result and then compare the projection and the real result and then continue studying it. And also they have like the production line. So that's from the manufacturing side, the schedules and also the buffer and the storage side to make all connected. So then we see what's the important we have learned from here. First, all of energies need to be centralized to be managed. Second, to make it balancing physically is very important when it has a kind of any abnormality. Third, continuous study with the data and the digital solution is going to make it even further like even further reduction of the consumption itself. So that's something quite important. And if we see the result, we probably reduce the real, this is real data, is around at least 3% energy consumption. Because this is an optimization system. So for the aluminum and power generation and steel industry, as well as we did some tobacco and paper making, but it's like at least you get a 2 to 3%. Sometimes you get more, depends on the baseline of the industry itself, the plant itself. That's quite a lot. So we talk about 10,000 tons to 100,000 tons for each plant to reduce. And also it's all going to reduce a lot of money. It's not the price of carbon itself. Actually, it's the energy cost you can reduce from the operation. So like a Jewish ambition is to reclaim 1% Chinese GDP from the burning up and to make it more efficient. One more thing to share I would like to mention over here is about renewable energy to bring new challenges into China. And also it's related to net zero and basic industry and how we can even support the change. Oh, this is the picture from 2017. At the time, IEA projected the renewable energy in China would hit around half by 2040. But actually, what happened is by this year, August, the renewable energy total installation base is already surpassing the coal power. So it's like a 46% at this moment. It's probably just 27 years faster. So it's like a wow, it's booming. So renewable energy installation surged in the last 18 months, and the total installation is almost equal to the last 10 years installation. So you can imagine suddenly you got so many installation base for renewable energy. Guess what happened? We're going to create a lot of challenges for the grid because all of renewable energies are fluctuating and definitely not stable. So if you have this is from IEA, it's from 2018, and that's the relationship you need adjustment versus like the production percentage of the renewable energy. If like China under like a level 2, it means if you have less 10% of your renewable energy, you probably need some conversation and a storage reserve. You can solve it. But when it jumped to more than 15%, that's the next level, so level 3, like where Germany and Australia stays over here. It means you need all over the whole systems to participate instead of only by conservation. For example, you need a grade, you need energy production, you need energy consumption, and the storage. Every load counts to make adjustment to make the grid safe and stable. If you have so much, the green energy coming, so that's something very challenging but much new to the China. Yeah, what can we do about it? Actually, it's really about you can adjusting the steel and the cement, those batching process. They are not real flow or process industry. Actually, they are by batching. They have many possibilities to make flexible consumptions, like the Miller, like and also it has its own gas energy tank. So it can bring a lot of flexible energy consumption solutions back to the grid. And all of the real-time calculation when grid need responsible reaction, either to use like get a surge, you want to consume more of the renewable energy, or if you get a peak, you want to reduce some consumption at the time. Actually, the basic industries got a great solution. It's very important because by doing this way, first, you definitely need much less capex. This is just by calculation instead of just bring more hardware or the electricity storage. Second, it's going to really push the basic industry, which is very heavy and probably is just the biggest player of the emission, become like a contribution of a positive way and even towards the net zero. So that's a switch to the only player become the it's like a to make the biggest contribution without much capex investment and to solve the challenge of the grid at this moment. Yeah, so we are very honored to become the global partner for the Net Zero, the global call of UNIDO last year, and also we get some other rewards internationally. And the last here it's this technology can quickly spread out all over the world, not only China, because you will see very large systems building in, but actually it's built by the very 100% cognitive in the data platform. It's very modular model. You can really bring in very easily to apply to much smaller plants. And you can freely, very easy to, because that's the very low, we said it like the low programming, and you just need to plug all of the modules and to make a connections and very quickly to solve simple questions. If you have the energy balancing or calculation, especially you want to have a real time, you want to have a like a multi-medium to switch and definitely you can really very fast to build it instead of yeah just doing a lot of programming. So, I'm very happy to share the technology, and I believe it's going to really fit into the United Nations Global Innovation Hub and the purpose to use the new technology and to solve the traditional big challenges we have at this moment. Thank you.
Thank you. From green to gold. Very nice presentation. Thank you, Maxine. After the three very nice cases showing, let's invite Ms. Shirley Zhao to the stage to wrap up this event as the closure. Welcome.
Okay, Excellencies. And finally, I'm very happy. I have a very honorable guest here. We have a Madam President from USMI. Yeah, thank you, Barbara, to join us this this afternoon. So as we draw close to the end of this enlightening session, I would like to express my gratitude to all of you, the distinguished guests, speakers, invaluable contributions, engagement today. We explored a world of creative approaches to a sustainable and green future today, showcasing the amazing potential of technology to combat climate change. We've seen innovative and impactful solutions in a variety of industries, from CSCI's concept to decarbonization of the construction industry, to Burton Technologies' groundbreaking technologies in medical waste management, and to UI information technologies tools of digital twins and industry artificial intelligence to improve energy efficiency. So, a special thanks to our speakers who are not only shared their knowledge and experiences, but have also inspired us to think differently about our approach to sustainability. Your contributions have been instrumental in broadening our understanding and sparking meaningful conversation. As we conclude, I encourage each of us to carry forward the spirit of innovation and cooperation. Let's continue to explore and support sustainable solutions, keeping in mind their vital impact on nutrition, health, energy, and our overall well being. I invite you to remain engaged, to share your insights, and to participate actively in this global endeavor. Our collective efforts is crucial in turning these innovative ideas into tangible, real world solutions. So, excellencies and guests, together we are forging in a path towards a more sustainable, resilient, and inclusive future. Let's continue this journey with hope, determination, and unwavering commitment. Thank you all your contributions this afternoon. I wish you have a wonderful and fruitful event here. Thank you.
Okay, thank you. Thank you. Thank you, Ms. Shirley Zhao. The Pavilion Week event have come to the end. Thank you all. Thank you. Wish you have a most happy and fruitful day. Bye bye. Thank you. I suggest our team could have take a group picture.